I want to share with you an experience that I had when I went to Argentina. So I'm a very adventurous person. I went riding in the Andes Mountains on horseback. I went whitewater rafting, and I also went to a tango festival. Now, for the tango festival, I had to get on a bus and travel to La Falda, which was about an hour away from where I was staying. I was staying in Cordoba, Argentina. I was very excited. I went with 2 other students. When I got on the bus, it was daylight. And when it was time for us to get back on the bus and leave the tango festival, it was dark. So when we stepped outside of the building, we were like, oh crap. So here we are, 3 little American college students, and we had to walk down this very dark, almost deserted road to get back to our bus stop. I looked back and saw a large pack, maybe about 8 or 9 dogs, and they were pure black, beautiful, but they were huge. When I tell you they were huge, these dogs were massive. Growing up, I was always afraid of dogs. A little chihuahua would make me run. And so when I saw these dogs, I immediately had this peace come over me because I guess when my back is up against the wall and it ain't nothing I can do about it, it's like, well, don't panic. You got to think your way out of this. So literally, I told the other 2 girls who were very much so dog lovers. So they looked and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm actually scared. And I said, no, don't be scared. Y'all, I remember this as if it was yesterday. I was like, no, don't be scared because they can sense fear. Let's just link up and make ourselves appear bigger. And so that's what we did. I said, don't look at them. Don't talk to them. Don't do anything. Just walk. This encounter changed my outlook for the rest of my life. This is the pattern that the dogs had. The pack of dogs were behind us. They trotted up and then they walked with us. And then they trotted ahead of us and then they stopped. We never broke our stride. So we kept walking and naturally the pack fell behind us. And then we were like, whew, okay. Maybe they'll leave us alone. But they didn't. The dogs trotted up, they walked with us, and then they trotted ahead of us. And then they stopped. We kept walking, so they fell behind us. They walked with us, they walked ahead of us. They repeated that pattern all the way until we got to the bus stop. When we got to the bus stop and got on the bus, it was like an exhale of like, whew, we made it. I turned around and looked for the dogs. Couldn't find them. Don't know where they went. I said, y'all, the dogs are gone. That was the most supernatural thing that had ever happened to me up until that point. When people say God works in mysterious ways, I include that because how interesting is it that these dogs would be the very thing that I was afraid of initially, would be the very thing to escort me to my bus stop to safety. There were like a few stragglers walking on that road. Who knows what was lurking around the corner? Who knows what evils were all around us? I don't want you to walk this life thinking that the unseen is not there. Just because you don't see it with your natural eye doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean things are not working against you in the spirit world. It doesn't mean things aren't working for you in the spirit world. So tap into your source. Tap into the source. There are beings that will manifest in the physical realm to assist you with whatever you need. Be encouraged. Understand that there are powers higher than you that can work on your behalf. If you know the creator of all things, if you consider yourself a child of the creator of everything, there should be no point that you should worry. When times get hard, as they sometimes will, understand that you are not alone. I love y'all.